Dunlop Station here. Just drove past it. Have a chat with them, see whether I stay here for the night. Nice green grass. Yeah, so I just popped in here to Dunlop Station because Dunlop Station is actually built by the same people who built Pastoral, which is Samuel McCaughey, and in my book he built some of the grandest stations in Australia at the time. The current owners of Dunlop Station is the Chandler family. And yeah, as most country folks, super friendly. They gave me a little isolated campsite and later showed me around the property. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Dunlop Station is located 16 kilometers southwest of Louth and is on the northern side of the Darling River. It has easy two-wheel drive access via gravel roads. One of their more secluded campsites. Beautiful. A little bit of firewood provided. Apparently there's somewhere a weir. It's got to be further downstream. Over there. Gonna have a look at that later. These are some magnificent trees. Unbelievable how big they are. So I did my morning walk and everything with a cup of coffee. And was planning to have lunch at Shindy's pub or so, I think it's called. But I was 6 minutes too late. No burger for me. So I think my alternative now is, because I soon gonna go with the station owner around, I gotta have one of the campers' pantries, the mango curry chicken. 2 cups, whatever that is. So I think I just have to go by good still. Mango chicken curry. Tastes good. That's better. So I finished that now. The serving sizes, yeah, you must not be super hungry. It ends up serving size 410 gram. And yeah, I definitely could eat a bit more, that's for sure. But yeah, taste is good and it's a very good mix up in comparison to the Reddicks, because they have noodles and very different flavors. After making sure I had enough firewood for the night, it was time to have a look at the historic store, which would supply all goods for the 1 million plus acre property at the time. After ensuring that I had enough firewood for the night, it was time to have a look at the historic Storehouse, which did supply the 1 million acre property with all the goods required. The historic Storehouse is located very close to the Dunlop Station homestead. Oh, this is the old store.
Yes.
Wow.
This shop was built in 1880 and was the store that stocked the 1 million acres.
Oh, so all the farmhands, all the workers, they would
come here for absolutely everything that they needed.
Yeah.
So anything from blacksmith supplies, fencing supplies, right down to their tobacco and food supplies. They came to this store as their one-stop shop.
Wow.
In this area would have been a combination of many series of pigeonhole boxes,
Yeah.
from nuts and bolts right through to your mail and shearing cones.
Still a lot of the old gear here.
Yeah, a lot of it's been taken over the years, but there's
Yeah.
still some beautiful stuff here.
Old saddles. Wow. And that is old kitchen stuff and so on from the homestead, or?
Some from the homestead, some was here.
Yeah. That is a beautiful piece of history you have here.
Yeah, we've been enjoying putting it back together,
Yes.
but we've been enjoying it though, watching the buildings come back to life.
Yeah.
This building had been let go, so inside the contents had been strewn around and just let lie.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been finding a spot back for it, making it look like the original old store as much as we can.
Bottle collection. I like the old counter here, huh?
Yep, they are the original shopkeepers' counters. The store building employed a shopkeeper and a bookkeeper to run this building in the day.
Wow.
So these are his counters as he served you from. As a customer, you came in from that single door, and
Yeah.
then he went into the other sections of
Yes.
the store to get what you wanted.
Australia is pretty bad preserving its history, so I love it if people actually do, you know?
Yeah, locals knew what was here when we came, but we didn't. We were very new to the area. So I think and hope locals are enjoying us putting a bit of history back together for this area.
The old meat, and then later Schoolhouse.
So the homestead is completely made of stone, like the store building. This was McCackey's last building he built himself, and it was a home to live in, 1886. And this end of the house where the stone is kind of exposed, this was the servants' quarters.
Okay.
McCackey's end of the house where he liked to live is also stone, but he's rendered over the top
Yeah.
to make it look like more formal,
Yeah.
and also making that distinction between the servants' quarters and the main house.
Oh.
But it's a local stone. It was quarried off the property as well. The other
Yeah.
side of that wall was the original kitchen.
Yeah.
Kitchens were always separate in homesteads because of the fire factor, which is exactly what happened in 1932. Fire started by mice in the kitchen, burning the kitchen down. So that is just our courtyard now. They've just moved the kitchen and laundry into another section of the house. I'll turn on the light.
Oh, and the furniture, the beds and so on, that was here still?
Some of the furniture was here.
Fly screens.
Kept your baby safe in the summer or all year round,
Yeah.
away from the spiders and the mozzies and things like that. So at Dunlop, this was Sir Samuel's private cellar.
Wow. Very common for Australian houses to have a cellar. But here is one. It was nearly time to leave Dunlop Station, so I had a look on my maps and see where I would end up for the coming night. Here I'm using memory maps with some old HEMA raster maps. It really shows how much power that river has, which you absolutely don't see higher up. Don't want to be parking too close to the river banks. Before leaving the property, I wanted to have a look at the original 45 stand wool shed, scene of the first full-scale machine shearing of 184,000 sheep in 1888. It was last used for station shearing in 1993 and stands today as a rich historical relic of the boom years of pastoralism. And it is currently being restored. So there would have been the old shearing quarters. And you can rent them. Simple but effective. So that's associated mess hall, barbecue, chairs, tables. This is the shower house, generator powered. And the showers. Now I just have to I really like how that is kept in the old style, really. Toilets are simple, clean, but full flushing. For good measure, that's one of the old dunnies. I don't think that is still used, but kept for posterity. Now it can be even used. You still have the... So that's the end of this episode. Make sure you tune in to the next episode where I explore Menindee Lakes, Menindee, Kinchega National Park and quite a few historic sites. If you enjoy my videos, get entertainment or value from it, please consider that I spend a lot of time and money creating these videos and I need your help to continue doing so. Yes, I do receive some advert revenue and also the occasional product to review. However, that does not even cover the cost for the fuel of one trip. So if you enjoy my videos, please like, share and subscribe. And if you can, please consider becoming one of my Patreon supporters. And with the equivalent of a cup of coffee or two per month, you can support me in creating these videos. As a Patreon supporter, you also have a few benefits, like early access to my videos, you can ask me a direct question via the Patreon platform, and you have a good chance of winning some of the products I test and give away to my Patreon supporters. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you along the tracks.